The mystery at the bottom of the world. At the southernmost point of our planet lies a landmass unlike any other. A frozen giant, stretching over 14 million square kilometers, larger than the United States and Mexico combined. Beneath its icy shroud is a story untold. A story that could change everything we know about Earth's past. Most people know Antarctica only as the home of penguins, glaciers, and endless blizzards. But for centuries, whispers have spoken of something more: hidden cities, ancient civilizations, alien structures, and secrets guarded so fiercely that even the most powerful nations tread carefully here. In 2025, strange new discoveries, leaked military documents, and rapidly melting ice sheets are forcing humanity to take a second look. What's really at the bottom of the world? Why has it been locked away from ordinary exploration? And could it hold the missing chapters of our planet's history? Before we go further, subscribe to Haunted Syntax, where the veil is lifted and the hidden becomes visible. Part 1. The History They Tell Us. The official story is straightforward. Antarctica was first seen in 1820 by explorers from Russia, the UK, and the US. By 1911, Norwegian Roald Amundsen became the first to reach the South Pole. From there, scientific research began: ice core drilling, weather stations, wildlife observation. But if you dig into older records, strange cracks appear in the narrative. Ancient maps, drawn centuries before Antarctica was discovered, show landmasses eerily similar to its coastline. Sailors from the 1500s spoke of lands beyond the roaring southern seas, sometimes describing green valleys and mountains, not the frozen wasteland we know today. If the continent was once warm, who, or what, lived there? Part 2. The Antarctic Treaty and the Great Lockdown. In 1959, over a dozen nations signed the Antarctic Treaty, pledging to protect the environment and limit activity to peaceful scientific research. It now has over 50 signatories, essentially the entire global power structure. On the surface, this sounds noble. But critics ask, why the extreme restrictions? You can climb Everest, trek through the Amazon, or dive into the deepest caves on Earth. Yet in Antarctica, even the wealthiest adventurer cannot simply journey inland. Every step is monitored, and access is granted only with official permission. Satellite imagery. Certain areas are blurred. Military presence. Denied in public, but confirmed in leaked documents. And this treaty has no expiration date. It's designed to keep Antarctica sealed away indefinitely. Part 3. The Nazi Connection. In 1938, Nazi Germany launched Operation Schwabenland, sending the ship Schwabenland to Antarctica with aircraft to photograph and map large areas. They claimed territory and named it Neuschwabenland. Officially, the mission was about exploration. Unofficially, the theories grow darker. Some believe the Nazis discovered vast ice caverns warmed by geothermal heat, caverns large enough to hide entire cities. After the war, Allied intelligence recovered documents hinting at continued Nazi presence in the South, long after their European defeat. This connects to Operation High Jump in 1946–47, a massive US-led expedition under Admiral Richard E. Byrd. Officially about training and testing equipment, it brought over 4,000 personnel, aircraft, ships, and weaponry to Antarctica. Yet it returned in just 2 months, far earlier than planned. Rumors say the fleet encountered unidentified flying objects with capabilities beyond anything known at the time. Byrd himself, in a Chilean newspaper interview, warned of a new enemy that could fly from pole to pole in moments. Part 4. Pyramids in the Ice. In the 2010s, high-resolution images began circulating online, showing massive pyramid-shaped peaks emerging from the ice. Some measured hundreds of feet tall, with near-perfect symmetry. Skeptics insist they are nunataks, mountains protruding from ice sheets. But the geometry is unsettlingly precise. If artificial, these pyramids could predate Egypt's by thousands of years. This theory gains strength when combined with geological data. Antarctica was not always frozen. In the past 100,000 years, it has undergone warm periods, possibly supporting forests, rivers, and human settlement. If a civilization existed here, the ice would have buried it under an impenetrable tomb, until now. Part 5. Evidence of a lost continent. Long before Antarctica was mapped, ancient cultures told stories of a southern land. The Greeks called it Antarcticos, a balancing land to the north. But the biggest mystery is the Piri Reis map of 1513. Based on older source maps, it shows the coast of Antarctica without ice. This matches the continent's actual landmass as mapped by 20th century radar. How could sailors of the 16th century know what lay beneath miles of ice? Unless they had inherited knowledge from a much older seafaring civilization, one that saw Antarctica before it froze. Some theorists go further, suggesting Antarctica could be the site of Atlantis itself, a highly advanced culture wiped out by a sudden polar shift or global cataclysm. Part 6. The science they don't talk about. Under Antarctica's ice lies a hidden world. Lake Vostok, sealed beneath 4 kilometers of ice for at least 15 million years, holds more water than Lake Ontario. When samples were finally taken, strange microbial life was found, life that may have evolved completely isolated from the surface. NASA's GRACE satellites also detected massive gravitational anomalies under the ice. These suggest dense, structured formations, possibly of artificial origin, beneath Wilkes Land, an area larger than Texas. If these are ruins, they could rewrite human history. If they are natural formations, they may hold unique resources or physical properties the public has never been told about. Part 7. Strange sightings and military interest. Reports from independent pilots and satellite technicians hint at massive openings in the ice, large enough to swallow aircraft. Some show signs of heat signatures, suggesting geothermal activity or artificial energy sources. In recent years, whistleblowers have claimed that expeditions were turned back by armed forces. Others say deep field camps are guarded by military personnel in unmarked uniforms. The US, Russia, China, and other powers have built research stations that just happen to be placed near these alleged anomalies. Why such interest in specific, isolated locations? Part 8. Theories of what lies beneath. Theories vary widely, but the most persistent include ancient advanced civilizations, builders who thrived during a warm Antarctica, creating cities, monuments, and technology later buried by the Ice Age. Extraterrestrial presence, bases hidden under the ice, shielded from human detection, operating for thousands of years. Government and military operations, secret research into technology, weaponry, or energy sources discovered deep beneath the surface. Time capsules of Earth's past, perfectly preserved remains of prehistoric ecosystems, animals, and perhaps even humans, offering a direct look into a forgotten era. Part 9, 2025, the year of revelations. In 2025, the pace of ice melt has accelerated dramatically. Satellite imagery is revealing land features unseen for millennia. Expeditions, both official and rogue, are reporting geometric patterns in rock formations, unnaturally flat plateaus, and symmetrical structures buried in ice walls. Scientists admit, quietly, that they have no explanations for some of these anomalies. Governments remain silent. Yet every year, the ice retreats further, and more of Antarctica's secrets come into view. What happens when the first undeniable ruin emerges? When something is found that cannot be explained away as just another rock formation? Will the truth be revealed, or buried again under secrecy? The continent of secrets. Antarctica is not just a frozen desert, it is a vault. A vault containing the truth about our planet's deep past, the rise and fall of civilizations, and possibly our place in the cosmos. The question is not whether something is hidden there, it is why so many powerful nations work together to keep us from seeing it. When the ice melts, the truth will surface. The only question is, will humanity be ready for what it finds? Subscribe to Haunted Syntax, where we dig into the shadows, uncover the forbidden, and tell the stories the world isn't ready to hear.